So well, what do you know? Our brothers out there in California, they may have been onto something after all with this whole tri-tip thing. Because I tell you what, tri-tip is fast becoming one of my favorite proteins to put on the grill, and that's what we're going to do today. But we're going to kick it up a notch and go live fire cooking. That's right, I love tri-tip live fire style. So if you're with it, let's get it. All right, guys, that's right. Today we're going to be doing tri-tip live fire style. So if you're not familiar with live fire style, we're going to get into it today. But tell you what, let's get this cook going. Okay, so to get started with this, we first got to build a fire. Now, if you don't have tumbleweeds or something like that to start your fire, we're going to start this with paper towels, believe it or not. So we're going to put some paper towels, and all I did was just kind of wad this up into a ball here. I'm going to start with that, and then we're going to put some oil onto it. Now, I happen to have a big thing of mineral oil here that I use for seasoning my pits and whatnot, and it works great for this. So basically all I'm going to do is just pour some of that oil right onto that paper towel, and what that's going to do is going to keep this burning long and be able to get a good fire into our charcoal. Okay, so now that we've got the paper towels here with our oil in it, we're just going to light it. Okay, so now we've got our paper towels going here. We're just gonna get our charcoal chimney, gonna set it right on top. I'm gonna put some of this lump charcoal in here. This is the medium-sized lump. And I'm just gonna put some in there. Okay, so now we've got this lit. We're just gonna let this go and bring this up to temperature, and I'm gonna get a few wood splits. Okay, so we got our coals coming along here. Now, don't make any mistakes about it, guys. You could absolutely use lump charcoal for this entire cook, but I've got plenty of post oak, so we're gonna make our own coals today. So we're gonna just start the fire up and just let it burn down some wood and get us some good coals. And at the same time, we're gonna let our tri-tip warm up so that it goes on the grill already room temperature, so to speak. So we got our coals here. They're pretty much lit, and I'm just gonna take some wood splits and put right here on both sides of this charcoal chimney, just like this. And we're gonna grab our charcoal chimney here and kind of move it out of the way for just a second and get our wood here put together. And then we're just gonna kind of log cabin it just like that, so we got plenty of airflow in there. And then we're just gonna dump these right here, right in the middle. And I'm gonna follow that up by putting a little bit more wood on here. And that's gonna be our wood splits, guys. Now, I'm using a lot of wood, but I want a good amount of charcoal or, coals to get this cook started, because remember, we're gonna be cooking over coals. We're not gonna be cooking over a raging fire. So we're gonna build up a good coal base. Okay, now as you can see, we've got a fantastic looking prime tri-tip from our local HEB, and this is about a 4.5 pounder. And I love these because, man, they've got all the fat and membrane on it, which is pretty important when you're doing live fire cooking. And so we really don't trim much of this. Now, I'm actually going to take this part off just because it's kind of hanging and I know it's probably going to burn up on me. So I'm just going to take a little bit off of here, not very much, just to try and even out that surface and not have anything hanging off of it as we're cooking. So that's all I'm going to take off right there. And so, yeah, we're looking pretty good here. And so we're going to go ahead and get this thing seasoned up. Now, the first layer of seasoning I'm going to put on here is our black pepper, of course. And this is that 16 mesh black pepper. So we're going to get a good coating of that on here. And we're going with the fat cap side first, because that's going to be cooking down on our grill. Our next layer is going to be that American Pitmaster OG. And we're going to use the American Pitmaster Wow. And so we're going to get a good liberal dosing of this seasoning on here. And we're going to pat it in. And then get the Wow put on here. And we're going to pat it in. And then we're going to flip this guy over and we're going to do the same thing on the meat side. All right, so we're going to get this all pressed in. And this is all we're going to put on our tri-tip today. And so, yeah, man, we're gonna go over here and get our grill set and get this tri-tip on. All right, so we've been burning these logs here for about 45 minutes. So, and what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go ahead and get ourselves prepared to start cooking, because I've got a little bit of coals that we can start working with. And this grill is big enough that I can actually burn wood on one side here to make coals and cook on the other. And that's what I'm doing today. So to get this started off, I'm just gonna move these logs around here. All right, and I'm gonna pull some of these coals over here so that I can actually start doing some cooking. Okay, and now that I've got this wood set off over here, I'm gonna go ahead and get our cooking grate put back on. So just like that, we're all set. We got our wood burning on this side, and we're gonna be cooking this tri-tip over here on this side. Guys, welcome back to the channel. I am Alton, aka the Dawgfatha, and this is Barbecue Boulevard, where my aim is to help elevate your backyard grilling game. Now, if you're enjoying what you're seeing here, or at least finding some value in what you're seeing here, please consider giving me that thumbs up and subscribing to the channel and enable that bell so you get notified every time we upload a video to this channel. All right, so let's get back to this cook. Okay, so we're back here at the grill, and as you can see, we got all our wood over here burning, making some coals here. I've got a little bit of coals right here, and what we're looking for is we want to control our temperatures here, because this is going to be a long cook. Even though we're over coals, it doesn't mean it's going to be a fast cook. So we're going to be cooking kind of slow here, and what I want to do here is get enough coals in this area so that I can hold my hand here, and if I can hold my hand here for a good, say, 8 seconds or so, then I know we're cooking at a good medium heat, and it's not going to be too hot for our tri-tip. Now that is a little bit warm for me, so I'm gonna kind of move my coals around just a little bit more. And again, if I can go 1,000, 2, 1,000, up to 8, I know that we are good to go. And so we can get our tri-tip put on right here. All right, so here we've got our tri-tip. And again, this is our fat cap side. Our fat cap side is gonna go down, but I'm gonna put the thicker part facing the meat here. So I'm gonna put this on just like this, and then we are good to go. Now at this point, we are starting to cook, and all we're gonna have to do is just monitor our temperatures, make sure that we don't get too hot, and keep dragging coals over here to keep our heat going to get this tri-tip cooked. Now, you can see our tri-tip is up here going away. We've got our wood there in the back side, and these are the coals that we're gonna be cooking with. I try to get my coals here to where they make kind of a crown, what they call it, or basically I'm getting a little circle so that there's no coals directly underneath the tri-tip, but I got the coals basically all around the perimeter of the tri-tip, and it radiates that heat around to be able to cook this tri-tip through. And so that's what we're looking to do, and just maintain this dance basically until our tri-tip is cooked the way we want it to be. So I'm gonna let this tri-tip go here, and we're just gonna maintain the heat, and I'll bring you guys back in a bit. All right, guys, so we've been going here for about 30 minutes or so, and we're just kind of taking a look there. We've got a good little char going there on that side, so we're gonna turn this guy around and continue it here on this tri-tip. Just got it turned around to cook it evenly. And we're gonna keep it going here and keep maintaining our fire. And man, that's all it is. Now we're just, again, replenishing our coals, just keep moving it around and just letting it do what it do. Man, I tell you what, this American Pitmaster is just smelling really good on here. So anyway, 30 minutes in, we're gonna keep it going. Hey gang, do you listen to barbecue podcasts? Well, if you do, come check us out on the Black Smoke Barbecue Podcast. We've got some phenomenal guests that's appearing on our show, and I think you're gonna enjoy it. And alongside of that, we've got Harder Charcoal as one of the official sponsors of the Black Smoke Barbecue Podcast. So come check us out, the Black Smoke Barbecue Podcast. All right, guys, now we've been going here for a couple of hours or so, and I'm getting to that point where I want to get ready to flip this over. Now, What I look for here on this when I know I'm going to flip it over is I see a little bit of the sweat coming through, a little moisture coming through the surface here. And if I put my fingers on top, I can feel how it's not cold anymore. It's actually gotten a little on the warm side, kind of room temperature kind of feeling. And that tells me that, hey, it's about time for us to go ahead and get this flipped over. So we're going to go ahead and flip it over for you guys. And there we go. We got a little straggler there that I kind of missed at the beginning. It's all good. We got this thing flipped over here, and we're looking good. And we're just gonna keep it going here and finish off this tri-tip, man. It's almost time. Probably another, I don't know, 30-40 minutes or so. But yeah, stay tuned. All right, so we have just hit our 4-hour mark on this cook, and we're looking really good here on this tri-tip. So we're gonna flip it over and see what we're looking like on the opposite side there, and that is looking good to me. And I believe it's time for us to get this thing off. It's feeling really good. So I'm gonna get this tri-tip off of our grill here, guys, and we're gonna let it rest, and then we're gonna cut into it and see how we did. Live fire tri-tip, baby. All right, so here we've got our tri-tip. We've got it rested. All in all, I cooked this one kind of slow, and we got it at about 4 hours, a little under 4 hours to get this tri-tip cooked off on this live fire cook. And now we're gonna go ahead and cut into it. So I'm just gonna cut it right down the middle here so you guys can kind of check that out. And there we go with this tri-tip. It's looking really good, smelling really good. May have taken it just a little further than I like to, but hey, it's gonna be great nonetheless. So tell you what, let's go ahead and get a slice off of here. All right guys, so here's what we got with this tri-tip. So let's check it out. Cheers. Oh man. Oh yeah. Oh hell yeah. Guys, this is one fantastic tasting tri-tip, if I do say so myself. You know, cooking it over live fire gives you that chance to get that fat rendered and get it nice and crispy. It just adds a whole nother element to the final product. The American Pitmaster rubs with the OG and the wow. I absolutely love that on beef, and it's no exception here with this tri-tip. So this is one banging tri-tip. Hopefully you guys will, give this a shot. Live fire cooking can actually be pretty simple. It's just maintaining fires just the same as you do when you're doing an offset. So give that live fire cooking a chance. Let me know how it comes out for you guys, and if you enjoyed what you saw here. As always, check out what I got listed right there and hit that subscribe button right there. And I'm gonna see you in the next video. I'm about to get into this tri-tip.